Okay, good morning to all of you. Morning, can you listen to me? Yes, right.
Good morning. Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah,
Thank you. So hope you're okay as every day, right? Every Saturday we are here. Thank you for coming so early. I know we're having our rainy days right now. We're starting right with our rainy days, but you're here early in the morning. Thank you so much for it. Today we have to work on a different topic. But this topic is not gonna be so tight for you, I know. It's not so difficult to understand. And during this class, we're gonna be working in this synchronous class. Then you have an asynchronous class. You have a short activity, but that activity is a formative assessment. So it means that it's not evaluated. You can take it today, right after this class at 9 o'clock, or you can take it until tomorrow at midnight. It's gonna be your decision, right? Taking it after the class, or maybe you're going to be doing something else, you can do it. You can take it in the afternoon, at night, or tomorrow. It's up to you. So let's start, right? Let me see. Oh, this one, about the one that we're going to be working today. Just assessment evaluation. It's not something that you have to be worried, right? Just some couple of questions, multiple choices. Yeah, it's not something difficult, but it helps you to make a review, right, about this topic. It's for it. But it's not evaluator, right? Means that it's not your laboratory number 2 or your midterm exam. No, right? It's not something like this. You can see there monophthongs, diphthongs, and triphthongs. This is our topic for today's class. I know you have a previous idea about this, right? Because this is something that you already studied. You were a kid, or maybe a teenager, or maybe in any other subject at the university. But we have to review it today in this lesson, right? According to the phonetics topics for this semester. And well, before everything, well, I guess I have here our learning competencies always, that you have to be able to handle these, right? To recognize the monophthongs, the diphthongs, and the triphthongs in vowels, because everything is like happening in vowels. And, but before everything, I want to show you this. I want you to listen to this one, to this short video. Let me see if I can play it right here. Yes, it is available. So we'll have to watch the short video. This is in Spanish, I know, but it's very nice. It's very, believe me, I like it because um, you're gonna be teachers, and at the same time you are a student, right? Maybe you can feel motivated, you can motivate others. So please pay attention to this short video in this moment.
La palabra educación en el fondo quiere decir sacar de dentro, ¿eh? Es decir, no somos cubos vacíos que hay que llenar, sino fuegos que hay que encender. Y en este sentido me gustaría contaros una historia que a mí personalmente me ha marcado mucho. He hablado en distintos foros sobre esta historia porque señala lo que para mí es la diferencia entre profesores y maestros. En 1951, en la ciudad de Detroit, nace un joven, un chico de color, que pronto nota lo que es la pérdida, porque siendo jovencito el padre se va y se queda la madre, una mujer que no tenía estudios, una mujer que, bueno, se había dedicado a cuidar de sus hijos, y se ve con esta situación, con la situación de que tiene que sacar adelante una familia. Se dedica a limpiar apartamentos, a limpiar hospitales, etcétera, etcétera. Y claro, cuando uno ha vivido en la ciudad de Detroit, como he vivido yo trabajé en un hospital que se llama Henry Ford, en neurocirugía. Cuando uno ha vivido en la ciudad de Detroit, pues se da cuenta que Detroit pues, es una ciudad apasionante, pero en ciertas épocas de la historia ha sido una ciudad bastante complicada. En los años 50 verdaderamente había un apartheid, una especie de apartheid, es decir, las personas de color se tenían que sentar en sitios distintos que las personas blancas, tenían que ir a baños diferentes, etcétera, etcétera. Y claro, este chico era un chico de color, era un chico pobre y que pronto pues, fue destacando no por su talento, sino por lo que consideraban que era su estupidez. Tampoco por su serenidad, sino más bien por su tendencia, su temperamento violento. Cualquiera que hubiera tenido, digamos, una bola de cristal habría imaginado que este chico habría acabado sin duda en un penal en los Estados Unidos, si no muerto en un combate entre bandas enfrentadas. Pasaba sus ratos, se olvidaba de su triste condición viendo programas de televisión hasta que un día su madre decidió que iban a ver menos televisión y se iban a dedicar más a leer libros. Y les obligó a leer libros yendo a la biblioteca pública de Detroit, y el joven Benjamin, empezó a enamorarse de los libros. Quiero que entendáis que en el colegio este niño tenía las peores notas, pero había un profesor, el profesor de ciencias, que verdaderamente era un maestro. Él creía que en todo ser humano hay grandeza, que en todo ser humano hay potencial, y que la misión de un maestro es ayudar a que ese potencial se despliegue y florezca. Un día el maestro aparece con una piedra muy rara, la levanta delante de la clase y pregunta: ¿qué es esto? Se produce un silencio porque nadie sabe lo que es eso, salvo una persona, que ya os imagináis quién era: Benjamin. Pero Benjamin era el tonto de la clase. La primera pregunta es ¿por qué lo sabía Benjamin? Benjamin lo sabía porque en la biblioteca pública se había dedicado a leer libros de ciencias y por casualidad o sincronicidad, quién sabe, había encontrado libros sobre minerales y había una foto de esa piedra. Pero ¿vosotros pensáis que el tonto de la clase se atreve a hablar? No, porque tú mismo ya matas la respuesta antes de que nazca, es imposible. Si no lo sabe el resto, tengo que estar equivocado aunque parezca que estoy en lo correcto. Pero el profesor sostenía en la roca: de verdad que nadie sabe lo que es esto de roca. Y tímidamente el joven Benjamin alzó la mano. Es muy fácil decir: venga, Benjamin, ¿cómo lo vas a saber tú? Si tú no sabes nada. Pero aquel profesor mantuvo un espíritu curioso, interesado. Él sabía que en todo ser humano hay grandeza. La buscaba. Benjamin, ¿tú lo sabes? Sí. ¿Qué es? Obsidiana. Correcto. Pues ¿sabes algo más de la obsidiana? Y vaya que sí sabía el joven Benjamin. Empezó a hablar sobre la obsidiana, las temperaturas elevadísimas, luego el frío, cómo cristaliza la roca, etcétera, etcétera. Supuso un antes y un después en la vida de este chico, porque este chico recuperó la confianza en sí mismo. Creyó que era posible aprender. Creyó en sí mismo. Este chico pasó de ser el último de la clase a ser el mejor estudiante de su colegio. Hizo realidad su más profundo sueño, que era absolutamente imposible: ser médico. Se convirtió en el mejor neurocirujano infantil de la historia, profesor Ben Carson. Ben Carson en 1987 hizo una operación de separar a dos gemelos siameses unidos a nivel craneoencefálico. Todas las cirugías que se habían hecho hasta aquel momento para separar lo que se llama un craneopago, esta malformación craneoencefálica, todas los niños habían muerto en la mesa de quirófano. En esta operación, en 1987, intervinieron 70 profesionales de la medicina y duró 22 horas. Los dos niños salieron adelante, vivieron y estuvieron bien y sanos. Él aplicó técnicas especiales de cirugía cardíaca a la neurocirugía. A nadie se le habían ocurrido. En todo ser humano hay potencial, en todo ser humano hay grandeza y tenemos, entiendo, que tener esta disposición a crear espacios de oportunidad para que esas personas puedan mostrar lo que en realidad siempre han tenido y siempre tendrán, pero que no todo el mundo mostrará si no ve ese espacio de oportunidad.
Okay. So did you like the video or not? Maybe not, right? Or maybe yes. Was like a great video for me because it teaches that we have to push ourselves, right, as teachers to motivate students to give those spaces to students over those opportunities, right? But if you want to say something, it's your time, right? Because I can say many things, but maybe what you understood, right? What means for you this, or maybe it doesn't mean anything for you. You can write it. You can activate turn on your microphone, or you can write it if you don't want to speak. Any comment?
May I?
Yes.
Um, I think that being a teacher is more than just try to teach others. Is try to motivate others. Try to motivate your students in order to then can learn more or being interest to the topics or be interest in learning.
Okay. Thank you so much for it. And yes, right. Um, well, in this opportunity, I just want to say that what it says a lot from Helen Hayes. The expert in anything was once a beginner. So, guys, if you're thinking, right, that the English language is so difficult, or sometimes you feel like you miss many theories, or your lack of words, or you feel that you're lack of words, right, or lack of knowledge. So this is your opportunity, right? As I said, always when you are in an English class, for example, in this one, it's your opportunity to speak, it's your opportunity to practice, right? But the thing is that if you see your teachers, for example, you have to think that one day they were beginners, right? So the last day I was talking with a student who told me that she has problems to pass the TOEFL test, and she's almost um, to finish the career, right? And I said, well, what you have to do is to start working hard, pushing yourself, because in that exam you are alone. No one will be with you, right? And I know that many people express very very mean about the exam when they say that they have bad exam, or someone had helped them to pass the exam because they take it at home, or because they just got the copyright or the answer key. And I said, well, but this is not good, right? Because if you do that, you're lying yourself, you're lying your parents, you're lying your friends, you're lying people who love you. And you are not going to be that teacher that the society needs. So what you have to do is to start working hard from this year, to work hard, to put words in your mind, to try to see this career as something that can be a powerful weapon to change the society. But if you are a lazy person, I motivate you today, right, to read. Your classmate writes something on the chat. It is about reading. So if you don't read, guys, maybe you are not gonna be improving your English. Yes, Eileen.
Yes, mister. I just wanted to say that as they say, the professors are the first one that have to come to the classroom with a positive attitude. Because imagine what would have happened if the professor of Benjamin told him, "But you're a fool. How come that you are going to know that you have the lower grades and stuff?" That could have affected him in a bad way. But the professor did the opposite. He pushed him to make him become a good person.
Exactly. So as teachers, right, we have to keep those spaces to students. If you want to participate, you're okay, you can do it. Remember that every person has something to say. And every person, as this um, doctor says, right, because this is a doctor talking, right? And every person has something important and meaningful to say, and we can learn from those people. Because when my student want to say something, I just keep the spaces, right? I provide spaces to my students to express themselves because I can learn something from them. And remember it, you are important and you are intelligent, but you have to believe it first, right? It doesn't matter if someone's gonna be coming to you or approaching to you to say, "Hey, you are intelligent." No, you have to believe you are. This is important. And secondly, you have to demonstrate how working hard, reading, reading a lot. Right now, I'm a teacher, and I had more than 10 years teaching English, and I am glad for that career. I am so glad for that experience. But right now, in this year, right, I continue working hard. I continue reading. So the last day, let me see, the last Tuesday, I was like reading from 5 p.m. until 1:30 a.m. So just think about it. I dedicated myself to read from 5 p.m. in English, right? To read from 5 p.m. to 1:30 a.m. And yesterday I wake up, right, and I start working in my things, and then I have to continue reading. So I'm gonna be finishing this class and the second one that I have here in the university, and I will be pushing myself, right, to read more. And I start reading and I continue reading and learning because I have to finish a book um, containing around 600 pages in just 4 days. So I have to do it and I have to be able to learn from the book. So this is something that no one's gonna be like coming to me to say, you can do it. No, I have to believe that I can. You got it? So that's why in here you find the expert in anything once was just the beginner. So guys, this is your year and you are in the perfect year, right? To push yourself. Do it. Do it from right now. Sometimes I am worried for my student because I see many cases, right, during these last couple of 5 years at the university. And I have seen many cases, many examples, right? Example that you don't want to be, right? Because many people that they don't pass exams or they are not able to speak or they are not able to pronounce the word correctly. They are in the fifth year, right? Last year they say and they continue expressing themselves like first, and I have to say no first, but it's more difficult when you are getting an end in your career, right? So it's right now. And in this group, just want to motivate the group because I was just talking with some friends, right? And I said, some teachers, right? And I said, well, I have a group, right? In which just around 6 students, and I know the name of those students. I always participating in class, but I want to listen to the rest of my students to participate, to say something. Got it? So the purpose for me in this course is not for um, making you feel so blue, right, or bad, or uncomfortable, no, right, or I'm not coming to this course with that idea to kill you, right? I mean, to to make you um, fail in this subject. No, no, because I always look for those changes for you to pass the subject. The purpose is that you can learn something from this course, that you can finish the course and feel more motivated and feel more confident, right, to speak. So this is the purpose for me, because I know we are very different as teachers, and I know that during the career, and I like that all teachers are more like tight me, or they're more like rude, right? And I like that because we have to learn from all of our teachers. So guys, this is our part, right? Today So I have to start with lesson right now. I hope you like it. Let me see. Yes, we have in here. Yes, vowel sounds, monophthongs, diphthongs, and triphthongs. So everything related to vowels. I know that you know about vowels, right? I already I already taught you about this topic. So that's what I say that you're not gonna be having any problem to understand today this class. Maybe this is gonna be very easy for you. All we have to learn it, especially because you need it, right? And secondly, because you're gonna be transferring this knowledge to others. So the last day I was chatting with one of my last students, and he told me, "Whoa, Mister, I got my first job." So he's gonna be graduating this year, but he's now working in a private school. And I said, "Congratulations, you're doing well, right? So continue working hard, continue doing what you're doing because it works." So he's gonna be transmitting, right, some of these topics to students in the years he's teaching. So you're gonna be doing the same in the future if you want to be a teacher, right? So that's important too. But if you want to work in a call center, for example, you can. It's okay. But I always say that if you are learning TEAS, if you are learning didactic, if you're learning linguistics, if you're learning computer grammar, or any other subject like TEAS, right? So it means that you're gonna be more than a person working in a call center. And I don't want you to think like you're telling us that working in a call center is not a big deal. No, no, no. This is not the purpose, right? What I want to say to you is that if you are here working and learning this, is because you are gonna be teaching science, right, in the future. And when you decided to go to those places to work, because we always need money, right? I know that, and I respect that. You have to think that sometimes you will be having some coworkers from high school, for example, because I had some of my students in high school working in call centers. Um, Maybe you're gonna be working with people coming from the United States that they don't have any educational background. Um, so you have to think about it. Like, wait a minute. So continue. So here you find vowel sounds are an especially tricky part of the English pronunciation because how flexible and malleable they can be. So remember, it's more um, accurate to study that vowels in the English language can contain more than five just simplified pronunciation. We have already learned this in the first period, in the second period, and the last month when we were like studying the minimal pairs, right? So the flexible the vowels are. So you can understand that if you put the two vowels together, you can find a different kind of pronunciation most of the time. If you find a vowels between, let me see, two vowels between just one consonant, the first one is pronounced, the second one is silent. Sometimes you, oh, well, in the first one pronounced is long vowel sounds, right? But sometimes you have a vowel in which you're just having that vowel before a single consonant, and that vowel is contained in a short vowel sound. So this is the idea why in here you find that the vowels can be very tricky. It's true because they can find different kind of pronunciations, while consonant sounds are fairly and uniform throughout various dialects. Vowel sounds can have slight variations in pronunciation from one region to another. And that's something that we have to take into account because I guess I explained this in the first period, but we're gonna be working on this later in this last period. We have to study accents and dialects. But the thing is that according to the region you are in the United States, you're gonna be like listening different kind of pronunciation or variations in the pronunciations. If you are in Texas, and that one, that's foreign pronunciation is very different than in the United States. I mean, in New York. If you are in New York, right? Maybe you're gonna be learning or understanding better pronunciations because they pronounce very clear, right? But the people in Texas, they have a different kind of pronunciation. It's more difficult sometimes to understand the Texas English, right? But it's possible. So in this last January, remember I was translating and I mean interpreting some people from Texas, um, and I got some difficulties to understand at the beginning, but I did it at the end. It's difficult because sometimes they pronounce the vowels in a different way in which we learn, right? And for us, it's very difficult to find that kind of background because I guess the best part is to practice, right? Um, Yesterday I was talking with a doctor and she told me, well, you know that the best part every time is the word, right? This experience when you're working. In here you learn what the book says. In here you can just pay attention to this theory, right? And I can explain to you. But when you have that practice, when you are practicing right, or when you are speaking with a native speaker, to notice what I am telling to you, especially in that case. Right now, I can explain to you, right, that we have different kind of pronunciation or the vowels are very tricky. But when you are that under um, position, you can get it better. So continue, right? Another aspect of vowel sounds that can be confusing is when multiple vowel sounds blend together with a single syllable. Remember that I explained to you these two, right? The blending sounds. When you have two different kind of vowels together, and you can have a different kind of pronunciations. For example, the A and Y says A in pay. Remember that? You were like reading history in the first period. And this is the blending sounds, right? This is something that is very confused. In many cases, especially if you are not like studying this, right? Or if you didn't have that educational background. But right now I can say that this is not something difficult for you because you have been working hard, because you have been studying, and I know that you recorded a video. I will be watching your videos this coming week. I know you were like having this right in the previous classes, and also you learned this from this class about the blending sounds, and maybe you want to attend in another class, and you can like notice the blending sounds in other classes because there are no clear divisions between the sounds like that are for consonants. These blended vowel sounds can be difficult to pronounce correctly. Oh, well, sometimes, right? So today we're gonna be working about the vowel sounds in monophthongs, diphthongs, and triphthongs. This is all that we have to study today. So after this class, as I said before, or at the beginning of this lesson, you're gonna be, wait a minute, just 19 students today, 19 students, just think about it. So after this class, right, you have a recorded video and you have an activity. So if you're just come to the class, right, let me tell you that we're having an activity. This is a formative assessment activity. So it means that it's not evaluated. You can take it or forsake it. But if you want to take it, you can do it at 9 o'clock. I mean, after this class, right? And you can take it during the day or tomorrow until midnight. Remember, once you click on it, right, to start it, you're having just 10 minutes to finish. I know it's just that time, but there are no a lot of questions there. So continue, monophthong. What is this, right? Let's start working on it. The most basic vowel sounds. Well, maybe the word mono says a lot to you, right? Being single is known as monophthong, pronounced monophthong, sorry, as the prefix mono suggests. A monophthong is a single sound, only one, right? When you hear that, only one sound, to which the root font refers. Font refers, sorry. Within a single syllable, most of these are short vowels that there are some long vowel monophthongs as well. Remember, guys, that I talked to you how to distinguish the English syllables between the Spanish syllables. When we say English syllables, we are reference to um, the number of vowel sounds we have in a word. So here you find that monophthongs are just only one or single sounds from the syllable sounds, right? Or the vowel syllable. That's it. Most of the monophthongs in English are commonly known as short vowels, which are usually produced with a vowel is followed by one or more consonants in a syllable. Most two letters have a specific short vowel sound that you or ah when it is short sound can create two types of short vowel sounds. The same vowel Y can also create short vowel sound, but it is the same as the letter I or E. Okay, now let's see some examples. There you had example. Remember that is maybe appearing just in short vowel sounds like this, right? You have the A in apple, for example. Apple map, right? Track, man. The E or E in short vowel sounds, set, jet, and bend. Easy, right? The E in A, tip, strip, imply, fin, top, hat, upper, and pollen. Yeah, and a different one, right? Cat, hag, mat, strapped. And you have here two different kind of U because in the second one you pronounce like oo, like put, putch, full, and sugar. And at the end you have this one. But this one is pronounced not like I, right, but E, like in myth, system, rhythm, and crypt. So to sum up this, right, remember monophthongs refers to single sounds in a word, and that single sound is coming from the vowel sounds or the syllable vowel sound you have there in the word. So you understood this? Or you understood until here the class?
Yeah, so far so good.
Yes, right. Excellent. Let me ask you someone else. Yes, that's right. Nice. It's easy, I know. It's very easy. Este tema no es muy complicado para nada, creería yo, que no les tiene por qué. Si están prestando atención, ¿verdad? Si no, pues sí. Puede ser que, puede hacer que la simple palabra monotone nos confunda, porque yo escucho monotone, yo digo, qué difícil se escucha eso. Pero ya cuando se ve acá, se dan cuenta de que no es la gran cosa. Esa es solo la palabra, ¿verdad? Sigamos entonces. Now we have to study this one. Wait a minute. Okay. Oh, continue. Long vowel monophthongs. Most of the traditional long vowels, right? Because we can have the long ones. Recuerden que les enseñé que una vocal puede tener eso. Puede ser corta y puede ser larga. Y lo más básico, recuerdo que les enseñaba, es que para identificar si es corta, que una vocal está, dos vocales, perdón, una vocal está en medio de dos consonantes, una vocal está antes de una consonante. Y después de la consonante no hay más palabras o existe otra consonante. Así son las cortas, ¿verdad? Las largas yo les enseñé que probablemente si hay una combinación, que ese es el blending sounds de vocales, o si hay dos vocales divididas por una sola consonante, o si hay una consonante y después hay una sola vocal. Esas serían, les dije, como long vowels, right? Y ahí pueden ver algunos ejemplos. So let me just read this. Vowel sounds that approximate the name of their corresponding vowel letters are diphthongs. So we'll look at those further on. One traditional long vowel that is monophthong that is long E, represent in the IPA like this, right? This symbol. This sound is usually produced by the letter E, but it can also be formed by the letter Y. Flexible, the letter Y. So continue now with this one, diphthongs. What is this, right? CC. A diphthong, pronounced like diphthong, is a single syllable vowel sounds in which the beginning of the sound glides to another, sorry for the noise, slightly different vowel sound. For this reason, diphthongs are often referred to as gliding vowels. There are 8, here you find, there are 8 vowel sounds in American English, or you know that, right? But we can have more than that. Veo aquí. Yes.
Mister, what is the meaning of glidings?
Meaning of what?
Glidings. I don't know how to pronounce
Gliding.
Uh-huh.
Well, if you find that in the dictionary, maybe you can find like deslizar, creo. If you find that word in the dictionary, creería yo que si buscan esa palabra de glide en el diccionario, lo va a aparecer como deslizar, pero no es que se va a traducir así como deslizando, sino va a ser como un sonido, si se refiere al sonido de las vocales cuando, les mencionaba antes, usted tiene una palabra en la cual hay dos vocales divididas por una consonante. La primera vocal suena y la segunda vocal no suena. A eso se le conoce como gliding vowels, porque la primera sonó, pero la segunda no sonó, es silenciosa. No sé si me entiende, porque si lo dejamos nada más como sonido deslizante, como que se va a quedar la gente, ¿verdad? Sonido deslizante. No, la explicación cuando dicen gliding sound es que hay dos vocales, la primera suena y la segunda es silenciosa. Hay unos libros que contienen, para esto, contienen una como sonrisa arriba de la primera vocal para dar a entender que ese es el gliding sound. Pero ahora no tengo, quiero ver si encuentro, permítanme, para que lo vean bien. Tal vez lo encuentro acá. Porque sí tengo libros de eso, pero no estoy en casa, no están conmigo. Quiero ver acá. Veamos. Y hay una, pero no la tengo, no la encuentro con dos en medio. Permítame. Bueno, pero igual esta va a servir. Pueden, se lo voy a compartir. Creo que lo están viendo, ¿verdad? Este, este de acá es la representación del gliding sound. Como una sonrisita, como les decía, arriba de la vocal. Pero esto es como fonética, perdón, solo phonics, como la pura pronunciación, que da a entender que la primera vocal suena y la segunda no suena, como aquí hay una, que está cake, como en cake, que la primera vocal suena, ese es el gliding sound, pero la segunda queda silenciosa. You got it now?
Yes, I get it.
Okay. Let me see. Yes, also in rise as well. Okay, continue. There are 8 vowel sounds in American English that are generally agreed upon as being diphthongs. 4 of these are the traditional ones, but there are also a few others that occur with certain vowel digraph, sorry, or in a combination with the letter R. Well, briefly go over, recuerden que go over es como repasar different diphthongs here, but you can continue on to the full section diphthongs to learn more. Okay, antes de seguir con eso, remember that I told you that I will be, wait a minute. Wait a minute, please, wait a minute. Okay, continue. So here you have the examples, right? And here you find the examples, as you can distinguish. Well, here you find that I was telling to you, right? We had 2 different kind of pronunciations, and you find the A in tape, right? Or the I in eyes, or the O in row, and in Q. So it means that when you say diphthong, right, you reference to this, to the combination of vowels in which you can find the long vowel sounds. The first one, the monophthong, just reference to the short vowel sound, but this one is reference to the long vowel sounds. This is not so difficult, right, to get it, I think. I believe. I'm not sure about you. Do you understand until here? Okay, very good. Thank you, Anna. Let me see if I find something else for you. Not a short video. I just want to find a short video for you to understand it. But no, it is not possible. Okay, continue. So that's what I said at the beginning, that this class is not so difficult. I think that um, you are learning until here. Oh, I was telling to you that we're having a vocabulary list, right? I will be sending this vocabulary list maybe this coming Monday. I know you are on vacation and you wanna know, you don't want to learn, I mean, you don't want to continue working right on this one, memorizing words. But listen, in a way in which you put more vocabulary in your mind, you're gonna be improving, right? Remember, and you're using the words, you're gonna be becoming into someone better. That's why I will be sending to you the words, not because to make you feel like under pressure. No, I remember when I was in your year, my teacher, well, one of my teacher, right, used to do the same. She provided us a lot of vocabulary. I learned, right, for example, um, if I say, oh, well, I am under reception, what it means, I learn many words that I say, well, if she didn't send to me, right, those words, maybe right now I'm not gonna be like so able to speak like this. But I remember that I studied hard. I received all of those words, the vocabulary, right? Imagine that happened since 2009. 2009. Imagine that. And she did the same. She provided us a lot of words, a lot of vocabulary. And then when you are reading passage, right, you're not thinking about vacation. You're thinking about, well, if I had studied right more, I could probably pass this test, but I am not passing it because I didn't memorize the words. And those words are very common in the passages. When I am reading passages, sometimes I am not like understanding the whole text, right? But I can say the last day I was throwing myself, I can say that from around a paragraph for a reading from 700 words, I'm not gonna be able to understand around 5 words, because I try to memorize the vocabulary. I am always reading, I am always trying to memorize the vocabulary, and you will never see me reading on the street or on the corridors and at the university. I am always reading at night in my free time, and I had my own dictionary, right? My own book of vocabulary, because that works for me. I try to memorize the words. For example, I don't know if this happens to you. The last day I wrote, no, I guess it was not for you, with you. I wrote a word for me that was not so difficult, right? The word was miscellaneous. and I wrote, you have to choose from the miscellaneous topic. And all the students start asking to me, right? Now I guess was with 4 years students, and they start asking to me, what does the word miscellaneous mean in Spanish? So I had to explain it, right, and I said, "Oh, this is not a difficult word." So I had my own bunch of vocabulary at home. I mean, in my computer, right, in my own dictionary. I recollect the words, so that's why I am always like understand the passages I like reading. And I want to transmit this for you, right? I want to share to you the words, the vocabulary, some of them around 500. That's the purpose. 500 words of vocabulary, and you can memorize those words in 2 weeks. Is enough, right? And you can just be able to use it. And one day you're going to be prepared. Remember, the linguist said that if you consider yourself a bilingual person and you want to taste, I mean, you want to test you, right, yourself, you have to think, I need 4,000 words to speak basic English. Mine, 4,000 words. If I have more than 4,000 words, I am in intermediate level. For taking the TOEFL test, you must be in intermediate advanced level, okay, to pass it. If you want to get your escalafon right, you have to be in that level, in intermediate advanced level. That it means, according to the European framework, it must be B2. Yes, B2. You have to be in B2 if you want to approve your exam properly, right? Properly, without asking someone else to do it for you, or without asking for a copy or something like that. You must be in B2. If you are in B2, well, I guess you can say, well, I am able to take it. I am able to pass it, because this is not about luck, right? I had heard many of my students and many people um, expressing this is about luck, or expressing themselves. It's just some people pass because, let me see. Oh, you are close. You're close. Well, but I guess with B1, you are, 520 or 530, I think. I mean, for getting your escalafon, remember that the purpose, right? Because just graduating is not enough. You have to get your ID to work. So that's why I'm sending to you the words, the vocabulary. Right? So guys, cuando les digo esto no es porque les quiero llamar la atención, ¿verdad? No, es porque realmente sí me importa que los estudiantes mejoren. Miren, uno tiene que ser un ávido lector y no tiene que andarlo diciendo, ¿verdad? No es necesario. Yo se los digo aquí porque es como parte de la clase, pero sinceramente necesitamos leer un poco más, ¿cierto? Yo les digo, cuando les pregunto algo y me responden, pues ahí uno distingue, ¿cierto? Quién lee y quién no. Ahí esta carrera es así, es como que estudien leyes. Es así, ¿verdad? De estar leyendo, constante lectura. Si yo leo, pues se me va a notar que yo leo. No necesito decirle a la gente en la calle, ¿verdad? ¿Y qué hay que leer? Hay que leer temas relacionados con botánica, agricultura, ingeniería, antropología, psicología, sociología. Temas de esos tenemos que leer siempre. Tratar de ir, ¿verdad? ¿Qué significa esto? ¿Qué significa el método tal? Y me voy familiarizando con el vocabulario. Quizás no voy a ser capaz de explicar como lo explicaría un ingeniero, porque tampoco, pero sí puedo comprender las palabras en inglés. algunas palabras médicas, porque de eso me van a preguntar y uno dice, pero es que es bien difícil. No, sencillamente no es que sea muy complicado, solo hay que memorizar palabras. Entonces uno tiene que prepararse, ¿verdad? Todos los días, tiene que leer, tiene que leer. Yo hay ocasiones que leo bueno, la última vez, bueno, no la última vez, esta semana me ha tocado leer de 5 de la tarde a 1:30 de la mañana para poder aprender algo. Entonces, y aprobar, ¿verdad? Y aprobar, porque me importa a mí y tengo que estar preparado yo. Entonces, lo mismo va a pasar con ustedes. En el futuro, y ténganlo muy presente, en el futuro se van a tener que someter al test y luego del test vienen otros test. No solamente ahí se acabó, ¿verdad? Viene, por ejemplo, el examen de nivel 1, que yo sé que lo van a querer tener, porque todos, ¿verdad? Aspiramos a seguir mejorando. Tenemos el examen de nivel 1, es el examen una vez al año, como que fuera el notariado. Ese examen nos permite darle clases a estudiantes de profesorado. Entonces, lo van a querer tener. Yo ya obtuve mi escalafón número 1 y por eso se los digo, hay que leer. Recuerdo de que me salieron preguntas de fonética y estaba enseñando fonética en ese entonces. Entonces hay que estar leyendo. Luego vienen otros exámenes que ahí va a depender de qué tan lejos quiere llegar usted, ¿verdad? Siempre las oportunidades llegan, entonces uno tiene que estar preparado para donde Dios quiere llevarle, pero se tiene que estar preparado, tiene que estar leyendo. Si no, pues va a pasar de lejos la oportunidad. Por eso es que los empujo a leer. Les comparto vocabulario, les voy a compartir vocabulario porque no quiero que se vean en ese aprieto dentro de 3 años o 2 años, no sé cuándo se lo van a hacer. Y no lo puedan aprobar, ¿verdad? Pero bueno, continue with this one. So here you find all the explanation about diphthongs. Now we have already learned about monophthongs, diphthongs, and the last one is about triphthongs. A minute is this one. With this one, we are finishing today's class. And you find very rarely a single syllable may contain 3 vowel sounds that quickly glide together, sorry. This compound vowel sound is known as triphthongs, pronounced like triphthongs. There are 3 triphthongs that are generally agreed upon in American English, and they are these ones, right? We'll briefly look at each here, but you can find more about this, right, later. So you can find here, our, like in our, floor, and soar. Fíjense que vamos a hacer una pregunta, a ver si lo saben. Tenemos la palabra our ahí, ¿verdad? ¿Y se fijaron? Si yo les digo que coloquen el artículo indefinido, a o an, ¿cuál colocarían? Una hora. ¿Cuál colocarían? A o an. Excelente. ¿Por qué?
Because of the next sound.
Because of the next sound. ¿Qué pasa con el next sound?
Suena como una vocal. Agua.
Muy bien. ¿Qué pasa si les digo que le coloquen a o an antes de corazón? Ah, eso es porque la H puede ser silenciosa o puede sonar, ¿verdad? Como en hour or heart. Very good. Nice. So you are on fire, right? You are in the ball. Excellent. Very good. Esto no se lo voy a olvidar nunca porque es parte también de lo que deben de saber. La H, acá en fonética, ¿verdad? Puede ser silenciosa o puede sonar. En este caso, silenciosa, con este triptongo. Claro, ¿qué es lo que hay que hacer? Prácticamente memorizar las palabras, ¿verdad? No es que sean el gran montón.
¿Y cuándo suena la H? Solo aprender las palabras.
Sí, solo, es como los verbos irregulares irregulares. Prácticamente si nos dicen, mire, ¿y cómo voy a saber que es irregular? Esa pregunta, ¿verdad? ¿Cómo saber que es irregular o regular un verbo? Entonces, uno bien feo le tiene que decir a las personas, no, es que solo tiene que memorizárselas. Entonces la gente quiere encontrar como una regla, como cuando, como que fuera el presente perfecto, ¿verdad? O el pasado perfecto continuo. Entonces, no, mire, si usted quiere saber si es presente perfecto, usted va a decir esta estructura. Coloca el sujeto, luego el sujeto coloque el verbo have or has, que viene el verbo haber, y luego coloca el pasado participio del verbo, es de tercera forma, y luego su complemento. Ahí está, listo. No, ¿verdad? No es igual acá. Acá hay que memorizar. Hay cosas que simplemente hay que memorizarlas. Then you have this one like in fire, dire, pyre, in Ireland. Same, right? Let me see. Here you have more examples. Like pure, pure, fury, and curious. And the last ones. So, ahora, lo voy a llevar nada más a ver esto para que no estemos con la duda después, ¿verdad? Vamos a trabajar. Bueno, acá hay una clase y vamos a trabajar en esto. Miren, pueden tomarlo ahorita, ¿verdad? Pueden desayunar o tomarlo. O pueden tomarlo hasta mañana a medianoche. Si ya no lo tomó, ¿verdad? Ya no lo voy a poder habilitar por la sencilla razón que, como es un cuestionario, ¿verdad? Sí, como ese, va a ver. Excelente. Ok, como es un cuestionario, cuando usted lo pierde, no se puede habilitar porque como son dos cosas que hay que hacer, una es colocar esto acá y lo otro es lo que se coloca adentro. Eso que está adentro se elimina mañana a esta hora. Para volverlo a colocar tendría que volverlo a hacer desde cero. Entonces, no, ¿verdad? Tratemos de tomarlo, solamente recordarles que cuando dice aquí le puse formative evaluations, quiero ver si le coloqué. No, no le coloqué. Pero eso no, es formativa, que significa que no es nota.
Yes,
Diga,
in the second point,
formative.
you put it in the second point.
Ah,
This is a formative
yes.
evaluation.
Ajá, aquí está. Como es formativa, no es evaluada, ¿verdad? Creo que ese término lo vieron en didáctica o en pedagogía, en primer año, no sé. Si no lo van a ver en didáctica cuando lleven inglés, pero en inglés, ¿verdad? Significa no evaluado. Si es una evaluación así formativa es porque no va evaluada. Solamente es una evaluación de repaso o para ayudar al estudiante que repase, ¿verdad? Eso es todo. No vayan a pensar que es el laboratorio 2 o el parcial. ¿Ok?